Hey guys, John from AF Golf Store Milton Keynes. Today we're going to review the LA Golf Shaft, specifically the DJ series in the driver. Haven't had a go with this before, so be interesting to see what the numbers are versus my current gamer. Guys, if you like the videos that we're showing, please click the link below to subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos coming out. Alright guys, so with the LA Golf Shaft, the DJ series, what we do know about it is that obviously they took about their proprietary tech and the way that they do things to make the shafts the way they do. It has a high balance point and a mid-kick location, so it's trying to optimize power through the shot, and they come in different weightings, so 55, 65, 75 to best suit every player, every performance. First looks, I mean, it looks sleek, it looks clean. I really like the blue finish. It's like an electric blue, and then they've got the white and silver backdrop, so there's not really anything that's really catching your eye too much. It'll suit most people's eye. It's not too in your face. Weighting of it, I mean, it feels very firm, it feels very sturdy. It'd just be interesting to see what this pumps out in relation to what I'm currently gaming. And whether it improves or feels any different. So best to have a few hits with both and see which one comes out on top. All right, so most of you will have seen from the video when I went up to Titleist and got fit up there that they put me into the TSR3 9 degree with the TENSEI 1K Black 65 S-Flex, okay? So my current gamer is 10 grams heavier than the LA Golf Shaft that we're gonna review. So with this setup currently, this was aimed at more consistency from the tee so that I could just basically go on autopilot and hit, catch nice clean strikes and keep everything relatively in the fairway, so without much dispersion left or right. So I felt like I had more control off the tee. So we'll hit a load with mine, get some data, and then we'll swap out the LA Golf Shaft and see how they compare between the two in terms of feel and performance. All right, let's have a go. So my bad shot predominantly is a right to left sort of shot, so we aimed at making sure that, if anything, I promoted a little fade, so more stability, so that if I did catch that bad shot like that one out the heel, it's trying to pull the club back into play. So I'm not looking to lose the ball left at all. All of those shots you see, I'll lose a little bit distance out of that, but in terms of feel, I get a lot of confidence knowing that I'm not going to lose the ball left. Okay, cool, right. So let's swap this out now. Now I've had a few shots with that, because I kind of know what this feels like anyway. And we'll swap this into the LA Golf Shaft, same spec, same setup, just different shaft, and then see how that performs. All right. It looks shorter. It's not, but it is. It does look it. I think just the visuals on the aesthetics of the club make the club feel a little bit shorter. It feels so much lighter. I know it's only 10 grams, but it's weird how that, like, just picking it up feels super light in comparison. You can definitely feel it's lighter. That's probably why that little left shot's come in there. But it does feel like what I can do, because we've gone, instead of going for the stiff flex, because it's lighter, we've gone into the extra stiff flex to create more stability down the bottom end. Because obviously when you go lighter, the risk of going lighter is you can lose that stability. So just to go as fair to both as possible, by going lighter, we are going to go stiffer so that I can keep the same sort of performance factor in without losing any sort of feel. I mean, that felt really nice, that one. The worrying factor I would have personally is I've lost that safety net of when I'm not swinging it particularly well on a day like today, not warmed up as much, that I'm going to lose the odd one left. A bit heely. Yeah, that's okay. That's probably the nicest feeling one. That one came straight out the middle. Little draw to it. That just felt really stable through the whole thing. Just feels down the bottom end really stable. It just feels like you can really ramp up and keep, it just doesn't want to, you don't get that feeling of whip, you don't get that feeling of instability. It feels smooth, which is what LA Golf talk about. We talk about how that's what their high profile, smooth, sort of smoother feel to the shaft is about. So you've still got, doesn't feel like you have to swing at it too hard. That's my interpretation of it. When you've got a shaft that feels smooth, you don't feel like you have to go at it harder. You don't feel like have to swing faster or really load the shaft to get the most out of it. You can just swing as you normally do and basically affect whether you need lighter or stiffer. Yeah, that's the one I'd be worried about. So just from a visuals, without the data in play, I wouldn't want to see that at all. So the fact that we've had 2 out of the shots that we've hit so far wouldn't fill me with a lot of confidence that I'd want to take this out on the tee. I mean, it feels lovely, but it seems like it wants to turn over a little more than the TENSEI 1K Blue. Performance wise, it's doing good. After reviewing, so obviously you've got to factor in that you're going to swing differently every day anyway, so that's why we tried to just jump in and do this one as like, look, very minimal warm up, not really that much in terms of what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing, just going off a feel basis, because that's kind of how you guys are going to come into it when you're doing the fittings. You're going to come in, you're going to swing what you're currently gaming, what you're happy with, what you feel comfortable with, and then we're going to test feelings based on what you're doing by changing shafts. So if we take that into account, for me, looking at the shot shape on the TSR one with the TENSEI 1K Black, my miss wasn't left. If anything, the ball's cutting back into the fairway. You can see I've got one that misses left of the line. The other 3 or 4 that I've got on there, they miss right of the line. I'm averaging 240 carry, 265 total rollout, but pretty optimal. That's just on me, like when I was up at Titleist, to just get that speed back that I didn't have the first time we went up for the fitting. Looking at the DJ series, as much as it felt great to swing, felt smooth, felt lovely to hit, numbers are virtually identical. There's not much in it. It could carry a little bit further. The run on it's pretty good. Spin rates and everything are all pushing those sort of optimal numbers, but everything's left of the line. And as a player, when I'm looking, I don't want to see the ball go left. So for me personally, I'm not going to be playing that shaft. Even with the extra stability, I am still losing that ball left. Now, you could say, okay, well, we could test a slightly heavier weight and see if that still performs the same way. That might be another video. We could check on that. But it virtually straight off the feel of this shaft versus my current shaft, I prefer the TENSEI 1K with a heavier weight. More stability in the sense that I'm not going to lose it left. As much as I hit a couple of really absolutely flush ones that I was happy with the LA Golf shaft, I don't want to see the ball go left. So me personally as a player, I wouldn't be putting that in my driver. Just as a final one, guys, who this would be suited towards, you'd probably be looking for someone very much like me that goes off feel. So something that's smoother through the transition, that feels great off the face, you get a lot of response from. For this particular shaft and this particular weight, we'd probably put somebody that maybe tends to lose the ball a little bit more to the right based on what you're seeing my swing do today, where it's a bit lighter, you can feel a bit more of where the head is, therefore you can time it a little bit quicker, try and turn the ball over a little bit more. That's probably where we'd be going for that, with the high profile, the mid kick to sort of pump the ball out there a little bit more, and for the lightweight Spec so that you could swing a little bit faster but keep the stability in there.